uh, upload it later. So yeah, so today I think the main reason of us all getting together was to talk to Aud and just find out what she's doing, how she's doing, what template she's using, what kind of things she sees on the chart that help her decide when to enable the bot and all that stuff. So Aud, I will give it to you. Let me know if you need to share your screen or anything.
Awesome.
We're able to do
Yeah.
that.
Yes. I don't see the share screen button.
It should be there now. If you, there should be like a green button or something.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay. So I'll go on mute. So if you can take the stage from here and let me know if you need me to do anything. Okay.
Gotcha. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I've had a lot of questions regarding back testing. So I wanted to just kind of go over that real quick, and then I'll go into what I look for. I'll replay today since that'll be a really good opportunity since I wasn't really able to trade today. Um, I'll replay today and we can, just kind of walk through what I look for when enabling. So here you can see my setup. The typical setup that I have. To the left, I have all of these small screens um, where the strategy is, and I can easily like click enable or disable, and I have so many of them because I'm just like trying lots of different stuff. So anyway, I right before the meeting, I ran playback on the period from 1/8 to 1/12, which actually did really, really good, as you can see. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
That looks
nonstop
pretty.
from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you guys want to screenshot, this is what my strategy looks like. These
Okay.
are my settings.
You are honoring the 20 over 50.
Mhm.
You don't care about the 100 one.
Right.
And okay, your distance one is 30 and your distance 12, 2 is 12. That's fine. And you're taking the entry on the bright and
Mhm.
you're using the filter of 20. So basically you're asking the bot to only take the trades below 20 or above 20, depending on the direction.
Right, exactly. And it will, take trades that are lower than the 20, at times lower than the 50, but I'm primarily only enabling like in an area where I would want to get in. So if I don't want to get in, and I don't like the market conditions, I'm not enabling the bot for that period, if that
And
makes sense.
can you kind of graphically on the chart shows what sort of structure is something that you
Absolutely.
look at that tells you to enable it?
Absolutely. So let me go there. So I had this back test up. So I
Okay,
was gonna just go if I could for just another couple of minutes
of
on the
course,
back testing because I had a
please.
couple of questions
Sure,
about
sure.
that. So if you guys didn't know, when you are doing your back test and you select your trades, you can right click and export, which will save it as an Excel spreadsheet. So once it's saved as an Excel spreadsheet, I'll pull that up, pull it into a table, and then I typically just separate it by day. So these are all the trades that were taken on the 8th. So I'll just kind of separate it. Just put a little space there so that I know one day from the next. Then the next thing that I do is I look for trades that have losses grouped together. So like right here, these two trades, those losses were together. So I'll just kind of highlight them so that I can know what I'm looking for and see what times those losses occurred and look at the market conditions when those losses occurred. So we had these two losses here on 1/8 at 9:41. And I'll go back to my chart, and these are those two losses on that date, 9:41. So again, if you guys didn't know, you can right click and click on chart, and it will pull up the chart of the trades. So now right
Wow.
here, I can see,
I did not know that. That's awesome.
yep, so right here you can see where it took the trade and where, where you got stopped out. Because if you're back testing and going through all of these, it's like it could take you forever to scroll through and see. So we have another good grouping right here that had a lot of trades. So I want to see what the market structure looked like during that period of time. Okay, so here we go, right here. So, and as you can see, it was just kind of weird and choppy. We had a loss here, a loss here, a loss there. There weren't a lot of, we don't have good direction.
Yeah, it
So
looks
these
kind of
are
sideways. Yep. Yep.
exactly. So these are probably those trades. Like if I put on some moving averages, those are probably where we would see, price starting to move directions. So put the 4 EMAs on. I'm not going to color them or anything, just, for time, but we'll be able to see.
That's fine. But yeah, I can tell just by looking at the chart that it's sideways and the moving averages would be sort of very close to each other.
Yep,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah. And
And so I like to look at these losing trades so I can see and know what to look for. Like right here is right where we were starting to have a transition in direction. And here it looks like it
and this
took,
is a minute chart, so maybe if you change it to tick
oh yeah,
chart,
yeah, yeah. You're
it
right. I
will
didn't
probably
notice that.
be more.
The-
Okay. So yep, that's good way of looking at it. It's a great insight.
Where did they go?
Probably I think it reset
Oh, I
it.
think this
Yeah.
is, yeah, it resets it.
Yeah, it
So
resets
that's a little bit of an annoyance. But
it.
you can still get a really good idea of what those winning trades look like and what those losing trades look like just by, doing a good right
Yeah,
click on that
exactly.
chart. So I'll go ahead and replay today so we can see what I typically look for
Cool.
when we are.
And Anj, while you're doing that, these little windows on the left, right? These are all different charts where you have the strategy applied and you just enable and disable them depending on which.
Exactly. I mostly use it just for back testing, like if
Okay.
I'm playing around with different settings,
Okay.
because I'm using the same template every day to make my trades in the live market.
Got it.
And I only have my bot enabled from, 9 a.m. until 4.
Great.
So we'll go at 8 here. I like to make sure that we get
Got it.
I see some movement beforehand. And I keep my MACD on, not the crossovers or anything, just the MACD because I like to know if we're above or below
Okay.
when we're taking a trade. So I'm gonna go ahead and enable my strategy, make sure that everything is in here. And also, as you see, and I've said before, so my first profit target is 5 points, 100 bucks. Second profit target, 10 points, 200 bucks. So I want my bot to stop looking for trades once I've hit that profit target. And my stop is 10 points per contract, 2 contracts, 400 bucks. So I want it to stop after 1 loss because I just need, I can't move that fast. So I want to be able to look to see if I want to enable it, if the market conditions are favorable or
Okay.
what.
Got it.
Okay,
Got it.
so everything is how it would be if I'm trading early in the morning. Oh, I forgot to enable it. Ready? Enable and let's go ahead and play. Let me slow it down. Speed 54. I
So
like
you're
the way it's looking.
replaying today's
Yep.
price action. Okay.
Replaying today's. Yep.
Okay.
I like the way it looks right now,
Yeah,
but
exactly. Expanding
yep,
EMAs.
expanding the
And
EMAs, but I'm gonna disable it because I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. I like that we're headed down, so I want to get another move down, preferably break this low before I enable it.
okay. Okay. Interesting.
Because again, for me, I'm looking for, pullbacks that are a
Okay.
little more shallow.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and speed it up just a little bit more. Let's see
Sure.
where we're going. Okay, we're going higher. Oh, well, yep, we're going a little higher. And again, not even thinking about enabling it. Okay, we're coming down, so I'll slow it down. I like that we're coming down, so I'm gonna go ahead and enable it because I don't know if price is gonna move fast. Well, what time is it? 9:27. Nope, I'm not enabling it yet. Sorry, it's 9:27.
Okay. I think there was one trade today at like right after open around 9:32, maybe uh, that it
Okay, now I'm enabling it.
yeah,
Boom.
so it probably was the same trade that probably I also
One, okay, I'm disabling. Okay, let me slow it down a little bit. Uh-oh, no.
and then you're also copying these trades into your Apex accounts, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So we're starting to get close. I don't like that. Let me slow it down a little bit more.
And you don't take the 200 EMA filter trades, right?
No, I haven't figured that one out just yet.
Okay.
I
Okay.
haven't figured, and I guarantee you there was probably a trade or two in here.
Okay.
But okay, I'm enabling it again because we broke down.
Got it. I see your thought process. So yeah, I mean, if anybody else have any questions for her while we are talking, so that I might not have, so please feel free to speak up.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna disable it because I got a trade in. I'm disabling it after
And
every
were you
trade.
looking at MACD at this point here?
Was I looking at what? I'm sorry.
MACD?
What's that?
MACD, the moving average convergence divergence.
Oh,
MACD?
not necessarily,
Okay.
not necessarily, but I do like to see like if I'm going short, I don't want personally, I don't want my MACD to be higher.
Okay.
I want it to be low because I know that we got some bearish momentum. But
Got
some people like to short at the highs and okay, we're going. Nope. Where we go? Oh, okay. Yep, got it, but I didn't
Take
didn't
the, yeah, it was too
disable it.
fast. Yep. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, if we break below here again, I'll go ahead and
And you are trading two
enable it.
contracts. Yep, I see
Yep,
that. All right.
yep. So
Is
when
that a 50 filter on or
nope, just the 20. For me, it's the 20. Boom.
uh,
I'm enabling again because we did make a
It's
slight
just,
lower
yeah, it's just the 20.
low.
I think she flashed the settings before we started. So yeah, it's
I
only
can bring it back up. Okay, I'm disabling because I don't like how they're getting a little bit closer together. I need to see them expand. And there we go. We got some expansion, so I'll enable again. And you see, like really right when I enable, we get these trades. But that one was a loser. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and that's
Wow.
in the process of going up. And typically I'm trading 1, 2 trades
Uh-huh.
and I'm out because I'm doing it on this prop account. So I
Exactly.
don't need a lot if the trades are being copied.
Okay.
You know, $200-300 for me is good enough
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
still, you know, 1,000, 1,500 bucks
Exactly.
a day.
That's all you want. So you
Oh,
can
I
just probably
I
get more.
didn't mean to do that. That should have been off. Didn't mean to have that one on. I wouldn't have taken that
Got it.
because we're going against the overall trend, and I accidentally forgot to turn it off. So let's see if we can make the money back.
You are a very careful trader. You're totally opposite of me.
I'm like on and go.
Does anybody have any questions? I know, you know, there are a lot of questions in my inbox, so I just wanted to, and I don't, there were a couple people, I'm not even sure if they're on here, the folks that were asking for us to do this today. I'm not even sure.
So every time it's breaking the previous high or low, you are enabling it.
Yes, because I'd like to see that we have momentum in that direction, going in that direction. And then I look for a pullback. So if we're not like right here, if we're not making another high, I don't want this because that's letting me know that we may fail to go higher. Like if we have that double top or a triple top, I'm not enabling at that point because I don't know if this is a area of resistance that we need to be looking at, or if we're just, you know, going to range for a little while before we find direction again. So I'm avoiding those. But it looks like I might be able to enable again in a minute because we're starting to come back down, which is the direction of the day. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I mean, okay, kind of like that. So I'm looking for expansion like this, and there we go. We got a little bit higher. I don't know if I'm gonna.
From the perspective of strategy, yes, you're enabling and disabling it, that's fine, but you're only trading one kind of setup, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's just easier that way. And that
Okay.
one I would have taken and I lost, and that's okay.
Of course. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It's interesting to see how different people approach the same chart that you're looking at differently, right? So it's interesting. Very yeah. Cool.
Yep. So mind you, I would
Yeah,
not have taken,
because
this is the one trade I would not have taken.
okay.
So
Okay.
I think I
Yeah,
would have
so I think
been
because with
even.
Apex accounts, you really have to watch for those drawdowns, right? Because
Exactly.
that's the one that kill you. So you have to keep them to minimum and be
Exactly.
very selective.
And that's why I use this a lot as well. When we do that playback and I'm looking at the MFE and the MAE, which if anyone on here doesn't know, this is the maximum favorable excursion, meaning that's how far in profit it went, and the maximum adverse is how much against you that it went. So I like looking at my favorable trades to see how far against me it went before I got it. And that's how I initially got my $100 template, which I'm probably going to go back to, template as in stop loss, because as you see, a lot of these winning trades, they don't really go too far past, they don't really go past 100. You'll have a couple that do, and you know,
okay.
that's fine. But for the most part, a lot of these setups, like all these are winners, and that didn't go, you know, past
Past
100
100.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a good insight that
Yep. All of these again
exactly.
didn't go past, but you had these two that did. So I'm willing to get $100 stop loss on these two claims, I said claims like I'm still at work, on these two trades. But I have wins on what, 5 or 6 others. So, you know, you just have to kind of look at what, you know, what you desire to get out of the trade in order to really
Okay.
appropriately, you
Awesome.
know, manage your trades. So
All right.
But does anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
I'll be blowing up my inbox.
That's good insights. Those are
I'm
good insights, actually.
Well, how do you, who's this? Is that Sri or?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I see. So how do you trade? Like, how have you been trading so far? Let's hear.
For me, I can't watch the screen. I used to start with the 200 EMA filter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. No, I
Okay.
tried for a couple of days. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So you only trading the one where the pullback goes below 200 and then you get
that's
in.
right. That's right.
And what sort of stop loss are you using?
I think same. 10 points.
10 point stop
Yeah,
loss? Okay.
yeah.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I know Ali and Muhammad are not here. Those are they had the they had me at that distance too, but looks like not many people are utilizing that apart from them.
Yeah,
Um,
I tried it. I did some testing this weekend on it, and it's still not my favorite. It's
yeah.
still not my
I
favorite. This one is
yeah,
my
this does
favorite.
not suit my personality as well because it keeps, I mean, the way I like to trade, again, it's just everybody's different. I like a lot of trades. I like a
Yeah,
lot of trades, but also try to, good quality trades. So that's why I just stick to those two settings of mine, one with 200 and one with default. That's it.
yeah,
And so, but it's interesting the way you look at it and the way you analyze it. And when you're looking at when it breaks the high, then you enable it, you look for those little points.
yeah.
It's very, yeah, awesome. Good stuff here.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Sure.
So when you're looking to go long, you just wait for a higher heart to be formed, and then you wait for the pullback, and that's when you enable the bot, and vice
Yeah.
versa for the short.
Yeah, I mean, the same with the short. But another good rule and what I found, so hold on, I'm gonna pause this real quick. And this is how I trade. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up a new window and show you guys. Because I usually, when I am trading, I have a separate, I have my Thinkorswim up as well. It has some different levels. It has all my levels and stuff on it. Where's the minute?
Yeah, I always
Because what,
keep TOS
yeah.
on the side as well.
So I actually keep a 5-minute chart up because I like to see really good movement in 1 to 2 5-minute candles. When we get some good movement in a 5-minute candle, we typically will see, let me turn this off. It's too much. We'll typically see a good pullback. Okay, so like right here, all these 5-minute candles, these 5-minute candles long, they're not good. Like I like to see 2 strong 5-minute candles, or like 1 strong 5-minute candle and then another candle that is 5 minutes that's strong but hasn't closed. I like to see that when I'm getting into when I'm enabling my bot, because that lets me know that we have good momentum in that direction.
Okay.
If I don't have good momentum in that direction, the likelihood of the trade failing is a lot higher. So if you look at your chart and you're trading and you have 1 to 2 really good 5-minute candles, that's a really good signal to turn on the bot.
And what about, do you consider support and resistance levels at all, or you really
I
don't care
do.
about them? Okay.
I do a little bit.
Okay.
Like I won't take a trade going into a support or resistance
Okay.
area.
Okay.
But with the bot, I don't use it as much. But I will. There are times where, let's say I love Fibonacci, so I will draw my fibs on, my highs and my lows. And a lot of times it will align with one of the moving averages. So when that happens, that's perfect. I'll go ahead and enable my bot to see if I get a trade
And
Even if it is a little bit lower than I
okay.
would normally like, I'll still enable it.
And
So like
what
right now, we don't have, these 5-minute candles just aren't perfect. So, but I'm liking this. I'm liking it now.
do you disable it after you've had couple of trades in one run?
I disable it after one trade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I disable it after one trade because I'm just, my eyes aren't that fast. So I don't want to get into another trade until I've had time to assess my surroundings.
Okay. Wow, you are so careful. I wish I was like that.
I wish I
You
was
you are
more like you.
you are so
Man, you and
disciplined.
Andy
Lucky
kill
you.
it. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said you are so disciplined. Good for you.
And I could be so much more disciplined, trust me. See, like these two 5-minute candles, those are great. So I enabled it because we had a couple really good 5-minute candles.
Okay. Now that's a good thought process. So yeah, I mean, everybody who is, using this tool to trade, definitely these are good insights, good thought process that you can use into your trades, and just definitely, spend some screen time, uh, and like the way she showed us how to export it out, put some pivot tables, just so that it can give you some insight as to what's happening, where are the losses occurring, how can you tweak your uh, profit and loss targets, things of that nature. So that makes a difference. So yeah, awesome. And
Yeah.
Ali, are you still trading that 200 one with the 50 and 100 distance enabled?
Yes. And
Okay.
it's not giving a lot of trades, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it does not give that many trades, and
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like today, I got so frustrated. I enabled the 200 with your settings. Like
okay.
I got so frustrated today.
Yeah, that's why I just maybe have that enabled and then have the other 200 without the distance to consideration also running on the side, just so that because the one that I run for 200 is still considerably less than the what would default do, but still it gives you good high quality trades. But yeah, the one that you have is very restrictive.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And
It
then
is.
if you get that trade and it gives you a loss, then it's even worse because you're like, man, I waited 5 hours for this one trade and that's what it does to me.
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
have to be, very patient if you want to keep trading like that. So, but
And I'm not a very patient guy, so.
awesome. All right. Anybody else? Any questions for Odd while she's here? Okay.
Nobody, okay.
All
Right.
right.
How do you use the MACD, Walter? Do you look like the MACD or before
So
you
I
like
can,
enable it or disable it?
I'm looking to see like just kind of where it is. I like to have momentum in my trades, and I like my MACD if I'm going short to be around or under the 0 line.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when I turned it off for the day or downloaded my data, so it won't go anymore. Yeah, so that's all I'm really looking for. I don't really look at convergence and divergence. Every now and again I might, but that's not something that I really pay attention to. The moving averages and looking at 5-minute candles for me, and just making sure that I'm not around any major areas of support or resistance works. And again, like me taking 1 or 2 trades a day, like that's it. That is it. I'm not taking a lot of trades. Like
Yeah.
all of these trades that I would not have taken all of these trades. I think there's only been like 2 or 3 days where, I mean, this is 2 or 3 days since we got the bot in November that I've taken more than just, 1 or 2 trades, because I'm disciplined until I'm not. And even with the bot, you know, even though it's here and it's great and is here to help us, it's still just a tool. And I know not to turn on my bot when I'm in an area like this. But if I, you know, we all have those emotions sometimes. And, you know, if I'm not in a right space, I might turn this on and lose all my gains.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's why I just try to, you know, I try to one and done it. I think as Ali likes to do that as well.
oh yeah,
You know, I
one and
say
done. That's it.
right, one and done. One and done.
You know what? After I take my first trade, if it's a winner, I disable my Apex accounts and my Top Steps, and then I switch to Sim. I switch everything to Sim. No more funded
Yep.
accounts. That's it.
Yep. I do the same too if I'm, you know, wanting to stay in the market a little bit longer. There was, yeah, like I said, I think there was 2 days where I had really good days, and I think those were last week when I was in the market longer than I normally am. But that's rare because my discipline still isn't where it needs to be. But I've been doing really good. Like the bot, honestly, has helped me so much. I know I can trade. I know I'm a good trader. I know I can see the market, but this bot has really helped my discipline as well. Because I
Same here.
know it's only going to take trades when the setup is there. And I know it's going to take trades. So I just have to figure out what my strategy is around that and follow it. Like it's made it so much. Thank
Yeah.
you, Steve,
I
for
think
real.
that's
because
that's a
it's
very
really
good
helped.
key point that you bring, that you take this tool, take this bot and make it what you want it to be for yourself. Like the way I trade, like I have two charts, right? That's my style. I trade them every day like that. Ali
Yep.
has his own, you have your own thing, right? So a lot of people struggle that they try to copy somebody else's style or
Yep.
something, but it just doesn't last long. So
Yeah.
might be that yes, it will require a little bit of effort from your side initially to find that sweet spot for yourself, but once you do, you become confident, you can size up, you know what you're
Yep.
doing. That really helps, right?
Yep.
uh
Yep.
so
You have to do it in a way that makes sense to you. You
yeah,
know,
it
if it
is
doesn't make sense to you, you're not gonna follow the rules, you're not gonna stick to it, and you know, you're gonna fail.
so
I
I
You're
also
gonna,
feel like I also
but
feel like that your strategy should fit your personality.
yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. And that's why it's funny you say that. That's kind of why I have that 20, because that 20 gives you more trades than the 50. Um, that 20 gives you more trades than the 50. So I have it set up like that because my personality, I need fast. Like I can't sit and just wait. I need it fast. I need to see the trades. Like UC was saying, he needs to have a lot of trades. I'm the same way, and that's why I have that 20 because I need them quick. Like I want to get that trade and I want to get it quick. I want to see, you know, I want to see it work fast. I need that
yeah,
adrenaline.
exactly.
So I'm just gonna run it for the day and see what it
Right. I
do.
mean, if the trade is taking long once you're in it to play out, the chances are it's not work out. It's not going to work out in your
Exactly.
favor.
Exactly. And that's why I had like that short, the short, stop loss as well. Cause I need to see it go in my direction immediately. And I think I'm gonna change back to that. It worked last week, but
Mhm.
apparently last week was an anomaly because when I ran it back just now, you know, you saw how many wins it had. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just manually manage more and move
Okay.
it back to the
Okay. Yeah, because
$100
like
per trade.
the way you showed, like for example, in your visual back testing, you see that, hey, you get into a trade, and as long as that trade, for example, in a short trade, it it's consistently staying below the 20 EMA. So
Yeah.
if you can maybe extract, maybe 5, 6, 7 more points out of it.
Yep.
Uh, so that can definitely work. So I see we have J Trades, we have Eagle Owl here, we have Keyshawn. Do you guys have any questions? anything, any thoughts that you want to bring up and clear out? Nobody? Wanna
So I'm just seeing how it
grab
did
hold
today,
of
if
your
it
piece?
ran.
I mean, if someone has any questions, I'd like to say I've been backtesting your setup, like your template, but with non-bright instead of bright entry.
Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't take as much trades, but the winning rate is like around 80%. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and that was like, so with the non-bright, when I back tested, and I think I had started my back testing in October, either September or October, that month when I did it. And the non-bright didn't have as good of results. So that's why I went with the bright on the 20. Now, the non-bright, I think it was for the 50, definitely, improved a little bit better than the bright for the 50.
Okay, okay, all right.
Gotcha.
Yes.
But again, it is the market just changes. So, 1 week that'll be the case, and another week it won't be. So that's why, I'm glad that you created this bot in the way that you did that allows us to make those modifications. Because a lot of bots that are out there, you can't modify. You
Yeah,
can't make any changes to them.
yeah, those are like
So,
just whatever they give you, you
yeah,
have to live with it. So,
yep.
uh,
And see, and if we had left it running all day, we would have been negative 1150.
so
But it took some really, really good trades.
I don't want to say it, but I'm working on something really good on the side right now. I don't want to disclose it, but give me a couple of weeks to 3 weeks and I will share that with you
Oh,
guys.
you see, now you're gonna have us thinking about it every day.
It looks really, really good, but I'm just taking my time to before I share it with all of you.
Is it a new bot or is it different
It's a
settings?
version of this thing,
Ooh.
but it's yeah, because after talking to so many people, everybody's here too. So I mean, just keeping things in transparent. So yes, bot is a great tool and everything, but there is a segment out there which I felt like, for example, a very good friend of mine, he's in workforce and he's always traveling, working, all that. He gets it like what the bot does. But he's very, I would say, very kind of a layman kind of a person. He does not know anything. He can just go and press the enable button and then he can just go press the disable button. He has
Mhm.
no concept of candlesticks, of tick
Yeah.
charts, of things like that. So, so there is a segment out there which is totally wants to be hands-free, right?
Mhm.
So keeping that in mind, that's what I was trying to find. Like, of course, there is no holy grail, but what is it that I can do, uh, given my knowledge, given my experience, given this tool that we have built, given the insight that you all have brought in the past 2 to 3 months working on this thing. So I've combined all of that, and that's what kind of keeps me up at night. Sometimes I've just you're taking a shower, you're thinking about it. You're changing your shoes, you're thinking about it. You're driving the car, you're thinking about it. So
Right.
I recently got to something that was looking very promising for that kind of segment of people who just
Mhm.
want to come in, press the button, and that's it. They don't want to go and put the effort to figure out EMAs and all that stuff, which is fine, right? So have some patience. I will definitely bring that out to you guys soon in a couple of
Whoa.
weeks. All right.
So, like, if you want to stay on for a couple minutes, I'll show you something that I've been working on.
Okay. Okay. Definitely. All right, guys. I think that is it for now. I'll stop the recording. I think I'll make that available for people who were not able